A doctor alone cannot run a hospital. In fact, it's almost impossible for any healthcare institution to function properly without the help of the whole team of skilled professionals. When a patient walks into the hospital, it's not just the doctor who makes a difference. It's the nurse who checks the patient round the clock. It's the lab technicians who does the critical reporting. It's the radiographer who helps detect what's going inside the body. It's the physiotherapist who helps the patient to walk again. And it's the occupational therapist who helps the patient to go back to their normal life. So the real question is, who are the skilled professionals who are working behind the scenes, and why don't we talk about them enough? Welcome to today's podcast, where we uncover the world of allied health sciences, respected and powerful roles which are making this healthcare system running. If you ever believe that MBBS is the only way to make an impact in medicine, then this podcast will change your perspective completely. Let's dive in. Today we have Mr. Asghar Hussain, who is the Director of International Admission for Manipal University Malaysia and American University of Antigua. Welcome to this podcast.
Thank you very much for inviting me here for this podcast.
So we are meeting again after meeting in Malaysia. So as you guys know that I already have visited the campus of Malaysia, Manipal University of Malaysia, and it was a pleasure experience. But today the reason to record this podcast is a little bit different, right?
Absolutely. I think it's beyond what we have done over the years. And I think COVID has also taught us that just an MBBS or a doctor is not good enough for the healthcare system to come back to its normal senses. And today I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to know more about the world of the allied health business.
Right. So let's start with, why are we promoting allied health sciences, and what are the specializations that you want to focus more?
So allied health is basically, it's just not about doctors and the healthcare system. It's bringing back people to do normal stuff. A surgeon can do a surgery. A physician can give you medications for you to feel better. But then for you to do your normal work and normal things independently, that's where the world of allied health sciences comes in. It could be for a child who's got disabilities in learning, an adult who's probably had a stroke, an aged person who's wanting to come back to normal life.
Yes.
And it could be a professional sports person who wants to still feel fit and wants to run as fast as possible in the area that he is doing his sports in.
Right. So these are the specialties that we are talking about right now. I think a lot of students who follow me already on YouTube, they know I talk a lot about MBBS. But there are many students who do pretty well in NEET score, but because of their financial issues or financial constraints, they are not able to pursue their dream career of MBBS. So can you explain the range of career opportunities in allied health sciences for these students?
So the range of opportunities, the world is opened up now in the healthcare industry. With the licensing examinations that have come up across the world, I think the workforce requirement has opened up so much. The current workforce that is required in big numbers is in Australia, UK, the US, New Zealand, Singapore, Malaysia. These are countries that have opened up markets, the Middle East market, of course. And more than anything else, the acceptance of allied health professionals in India also is very huge. And today, to get an appointment with a physiotherapist is not so easy. So I think the acceptance of these programs globally is very, very high now. And the career options which are there, just not in your bachelor program, but also masters and then specialization. So it gives you a world of opportunities to work in different sectors, from the healthcare industry, from the construction line to hospitals, to corporates, and from schools as well. So from education to healthcare to corporate lifestyles, I think there's a world of opportunities available for these professionals in India and across the world.
Right. So I would like to share one of my experience. So definitely I think जब भी ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं, इसमें आपका कभी एंकर हो जाता है, ट्विस्ट हो जाता है, कुछ भी हो जाता है. So you pay the ortho doctor once. But after that, if you just want to recover from that and come back to the flexibility of that organ or that bone, you have to keep visiting the physiotherapist for that, and you might be ending up paying more to the physiotherapist than to the doctor.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the range of programs that have developed in terms of technology as well. I think there's a lot of AI-driven activities that are also there in the healthcare sector, not only in the hospitals but also in rehabilitation centers. And we at Manipal are also invested heavily in our Malaysia campus on a rehab center that brings back people to normal life. So I think it's a big factor that technology is also playing a big impact in the healthcare professions, not only for medicine but also for allied health as well.
Yeah, these days the word rehabilitation has been used popularly, and reason being the recovery has been given its due importance. First of all, students, like people used to think that okay, you just आपको चोट लगी है, आपको उसे ठीक करना है, but the post trauma जो है उसमें they have focused more, and that's why we need so much of health science professionals, right?
Absolutely. And also, if you look at the countries that we are talking about, there's a good chunk of aging population as well. So it's not only for the young ones, but the aging population also. So the trends are the aging people have various other difficulties. It's just not mental, but physical as well. From as simple as being lonely after a certain age. So an occupational therapist comes there to support you. It could be for a young child. Thanks to a lot of technology, these children these days are not catching up on normal equations of probably speaking in the normal tone.
Yes.
So technology has played a big impact there. So learning disabilities or speaking skills or speech therapy has also become very popular. So it covers a whole range of disabilities or requirements at all ages. Again, with the growing population is one, the aging population, the youngsters also are because of the stress levels are so being high at work. I think a lot of cases of depression or breakdowns has become a big topic that everybody talks about these days. The fact that I think there's an acceptance to also people have started to accept that there are certain gaps and they are meeting people and are also talking about it. So it could be from the child having learning disabilities to youngsters having difficulties to as well as the aging population. The range is quite, it covers all age groups.
Can you name some of the popular courses in allied health sciences that a student can search for right now, who are looking at the podcast right now, and those are popular and the one you are offering to them?
So, of course, the three most popular programs, of course, nursing is considered as a separate entity altogether. Pharmacy is also, there are a lot more opportunities in pharmacy. You can be a PharmD as well. But the most happening, or use the word happening is very casual, but very popular programs these days, where the acceptance is very high, of course, is programs in clinical psychology and psychology in general, because a lot of confusion happens there in psychology. A lot of people can get confused. So if a medical university is giving you a BSc in psychology, there's a lot more clinicals required in that, so we offer that as part of our program. Occupational therapy is very, very popular, and physiotherapy. Occupational therapy is a lot more popular now. There's a lot more acceptance because this program is a combination of physiotherapy and psychology. So it covers a lot more subjects, it covers a lot more clinical side of it as well as non-clinical. And of course the opportunity to specialize further after your degree is much more higher. They can get into, as I mentioned earlier, they can get into counseling, they can get into physiotherapy, to getting into working in healthcare, in hospitals, in corporates, as well as opening up. You can become an entrepreneur as well. You're looking at a lot of wellness centers that are cropping up across the world. In India as well, I think the wellness centers play a very vital role. So I think these are the three popular programs. And physiotherapy, again, the mindset of a lot of people, the moment, at least in India, the moment you said my physiotherapy kar raha hu, they think that I'm just doing a massage, but that's not what it is. It is so much more to it. And I think thanks to a lot of sports being popular now, with IPL or with the sports, a lot of physiotherapists work with the teams, with the sports personality, for their longevity, for them to have less injuries.
They have their personal
physiotherapy as well.
Yes.
So now it's becoming more popular, so it's more accepted as well. So these are the three very popular programs. In a nutshell, that I would say is psychology, occupational therapy, and physiotherapy.
Okay. So from the financial perspective and from the time investment perspective, how do you compare these courses with MBBS? Because a lot of students want to be the part of the healthcare system, but due to whatever constraint, they are not able to become MBBS doctors. So from the financial and time, the duration, how do you think this is a good opportunity?
See, basically, financial, it's quite reasonable. Now, I represent Manipal in Malaysia. So what we offer is best of both worlds. Manipal being a very strong brand in India and having a campus in Malaysia gives an edge for you to get a best of both worlds, with the program designed more or less at what is prepared in India, but with a lot more clinical skills, a lot more global exposure, and the acceptance of this degree to go to many countries, from settling down in Malaysia to going to Singapore to the UK, Australia. The pathway becomes much easier, and the acceptance of these degrees in these worlds through Malaysia is much faster and easy. So it's slightly more on the expensive side as compared to India, but it's very pocket friendly. And of course, everybody looks at returns and how fast will I be able to start earning. So it's a 4-year program if you want to do a bachelor's degree, and of course for you to migrate to these countries is much easier, because some of these countries have special permissions or special visas for these professionals, because the demand or the requirement in these countries is much higher.
Yeah, so many of the students look for the PR in different countries, and I think if you have such a acceptable degree with you, and that too from a brand like Manipal and from a country like Malaysia, then definitely you can look forward to get it in easier and shorter duration, right?
Absolutely right.
Okay. So those students who will opt for these courses, allied health sciences, where will they study? What are the campuses? How are the labs and classes? How advanced are they?
Sure. So Manipal is known for its beautiful infrastructure. We have invested heavily in a lot of clinical skills. We have invested in our own rehab center, and we are also very proud to say that we are one of the only private universities for us to work on government cases. So all our students have access to a lot more cases from year 2 onwards, so their clinical exposure is much higher. We also have a lot of state-of-the-art equipment. We have a tie-up with various agencies. We have our own rehab center. We also have skill labs. We are one of the best in the region, invested heavily on the skill labs, as well as our anatomy museum for students to learn about the human body. There's a lot of focus given on that as well. So I think it is an overall global exposure. Over and that, you have students coming from 15-20 other countries.
Yeah.
So you are building an eco-space for you to go to the world, networking as well. So we have students coming in from India, from Malaysia, from Sri Lanka, from Maldives, from UK, from Australia. So you have a global exposure also to interact and be with students from across the globe.
I was wanted to ask you that is it the same campus MUC in Warangal?
Yes, but we have a separate block for the allied health programs. The skill labs and the anatomy museum is common, but then the rehab center is exclusive for both occupational therapy. We have separate labs, state-of-the-art labs, and I'm sure we will invite you to probably come back and feature these labs as well as the new facilities and the rehab center that we have built exclusively for the allied health programs.
And I've seen always you focus, you have pretty much focus on the co-curricular activities like, games and all. And the last time I visited, it looked like a very much resort kind of campus. So these facilities are available for them as
Absolutely, very true. In fact, we've invested heavily more on these facilities. It's just not academics that we focus on. There's a lot of focus also given on personal communication skills, personal development to go to the world. So we have a lot of, outside of the sports facilities, we have a lot of clubs, social clubs. We have Toastmasters clubs, which is a very unique club where we help students to overcome their public speaking skills, communication skills. We also have a social service department. We have a huge department called NADI. NADI means pulse, where it helps people for psychology, for any kind of other discussions that they want to have. Outside of that, we do a lot of social service. We do a lot of community service as well across Malaysia, where we do free camps. We also are one of the best universities for sports. So we have swimming pools, squash courts, badminton courts, cricket ground, football ground. So it's an overall development that we focus on outside of the academy as well.
The students who are looking at this podcast right now, how they find out whether they are eligible for these courses or not?
Sure. So the basic eligibility criteria for all students in India, of course, is the 10th grade. They would have cleared the 10th, and the 12th, if it's a CBSE or SSE, minimum pass of 55% is required, and preferably with physics, chemistry, biology. The requirement for IELTS is not there as long as the medium of instruction is in English in the school. And of course, for Indians who want to come back to India, I think this year there is a notification that you'll also have to clear the NEET examination. I think they're not looking at any marks or percentage or ranking, but I think clearing of the NEET exam has been put into place from this year onwards.
Yeah, for this year, if you want to take admission in any courses in India, it's there, compulsory.
Yes.
But it's still not confirmed about the abroad.
Abroad, the requirement.
But we would like to recommend.
Yes.
That because it's a long duration program, and I think if you are NEET qualified, it's better for the future perspective, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I've been to Malaysia myself, but definitely from the student perspective, how do you feel a student who will visit Malaysia for the first time, how safe he or she will feel there?
I've been in Malaysia for the last 7 years now. It's one of the most safest countries in the world. The acceptance of Indians is very, very high, so there's no issues, there's no any kind of racial discriminations. Everybody follows their religion, so there's no issues with that as well. It's a very global country that is there. We have students. To give you a more instance on the safety, 70% of our students are girls.
Oh, right.
And 65% of the students who are girl students are from India. So I think the numbers speak for itself on how safe the environment is. Outside in Malaysia and within the campus as well, we all have a biometric device. All the hostels are within the campus. The girls' hostel is separate. The boys' hostel is outside.
That will make it more comfortable.
And it's all biometric driven.
Okay.
It's very, very safe. All the hostels are single rooms with attached toilet and air conditions. So the facilities that we have on food as well. We have cafeterias in-house. You get vegetarian food, non-vegetarian food, halal food, pure vegetarian food as well. So food is not a problem. course, it could vary from region to region, but I think the quality of food, the pricing, the cost of living, and safety, I would give 100 out of 100 in all these parameters.
I hope this much we can expect from Manipal, right?
Absolutely, and much more than that.
Yeah, much more than that. So, any student who wish to apply for these courses and would like to know more about these courses, how do they can contact Manipal?
First and foremost, I think we are working with Book My University. I think Ms. Yukti has done a fantastic job in fulfilling a lot of people's dreams of becoming global doctors. And now is an opportunity for you to also become global healthcare professionals to Book My University. I think reaching out to Book My University will be a good opportunity for you to connect with Manipal as well. We work closely with Book My University. The entire admission process is managed exclusively by the university teams. There's no third party. So there's the Yukti and team that would manage the initial phase of the application, and then the university from getting your visas to picking you up for the first time from the airports to opening your bank accounts for your health check, the hostel allocation, everything is in tandem with Yukti and team. So you can be rest assured that we have 100% accuracy of converting our visa processes as well. So I think the best way to connect with us is through Book My University as well.
Thank you so much. So guys, we know that Manipal is a brand that anybody would like to be associated with, and the alumni network speaks for us all. I would like to say that if you want to associate with yourself as a skilled professional, Manipal would be a brand that you would should prefer, and they have very good facilities. I've been a visitor to the campus and been a person who has reviewed the campus and taken interviews of the various students who are studying there. So I must say that even I'm expecting these programs to be very good, and if you are having issues in giving too much of efforts in NEET and thinking still you want to have a great impact on the healthcare systems in India or abroad, or you want to settle abroad, these are the routes that we would like to recommend to you. Come and associate with us, with Book My University, another trusted brand which you can trust upon, and associate with Manipal and fulfill your dream to become a skilled health professional, right?
Yes, absolutely, and it's a pleasure to have this conversation with you, Yukti. I think it's a great work that you and your team are doing, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much.